All right, hey everyone. So, you've got an idea, right? Maybe it's for a killer app, a cool new clothing line, or, the next big YouTube channel. That idea, that's the spark. But how do you actually turn that spark into a real fire? Well, you need a plan. And today, we're talking all about venture planning, the actual roadmap that takes your idea from a dream in a notebook to something real in the world. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First up, we'll get into why a plan is basically your secret weapon. Then, we're going to look at the two different types of plans you'll need. Yeah, there are two. We'll also break down the absolute must-have parts of any business blueprint. Check out some smart tools that'll help you see what's coming. And then finally, we'll talk about how your plan helps you stay on track even when things get, well, a little crazy.
Starting something new is it's awesome. But let's be real, it can feel like total chaos, can't it? Kind of like you're just making it all up as you go. So with all that excitement and energy, you might be wondering, why would I ever hit the brakes to write some boring old plan? Turns out there's a really, really good reason.
This quote from Mike Tyson, it's perfect for business. The punch, obviously, isn't a literal one. It's that moment when a competitor you didn't see coming suddenly blows up, or your t-shirt supplier runs out of your most popular color, or that TikTok ad you spent hours on gets like 0 views. A plan isn't some magic shield that stops the punch. No way. It's your training. It's your game plan for how to shake off that hit, stay on your feet, and keep moving forward.
And this is really the whole point. A plan isn't a cage that traps you. Think of it more like a launch pad. It gives you a solid direction, a focus, but it also gives you the foundation to be flexible and to change course when you need to. You have to be disciplined for sure, but you also have to be ready to pivot. That right there, that's the winning combo.
Okay, so what is a business plan, really? Well, it's not just one single thing. You should think of it as two essential blueprints, two separate maps that every single successful founder uses to build their empire. You know what? Think of it like playing a video game. Your strategic plan, that's your main quest. Defeat the final boss and save the kingdom. It's your big, long-term vision. Your operational plan, that's your daily grind. It's, okay, today I'm going to complete this side quest, level up my character, and find some better gear. One is the epic, why, and the other is the nitty-gritty how, what you're doing today to eventually get there.
So how do these two plans connect? They connect through milestones. Back in that video game, beating a mini-boss or unlocking a brand new area on the map, those are your milestones. They are huge wins that prove all those daily actions, all that grinding, is actually getting you closer to that final boss battle. They're the checkpoints that show you you're on the right track.
All right, so what do you actually put in this plan? Let's get into the 4 essential pieces, the core components that you absolutely, positively cannot skip if you're serious about making your idea happen. These are your 4 pillars. First up, market and competition. That's asking, who are my customers really, and who am I up against? Second, product strategy. How are you going to actually create your thing? Third is your team. Who's on your crew and what's everyone's job? And last, but definitely not least, is the money. How are you going to fund this thing, and how is it going to make a profit?
Okay, let's zoom in on that money part. The word pro forma, yeah, it sounds super complicated and kind of scary, but it's really just your financial game plan. It's you making your best educated guess on paper. It's saying, here's how much I think I can sell, here's what it'll cost to make it all happen, and here's the cash I'll need to get this thing off the ground. A pro forma is the part of the plan that proves your awesome idea can actually be a real business.
Now, you don't just pull a great plan out of thin air. You don't just guess. The best entrepreneurs, they use smart tools to do their homework first. So let's look at a few of these essential tools that'll help you understand the world you're about to step into and make some really sharp decisions.
Think about it this way. These tools we're about to look at, they're not for some boring homework assignment. No, this is your spy gear for the real world. This is what lets you scout out the entire battlefield before you even make your first move. The best way to think of these tools is like different camera lenses. A SWOT analysis looks both inward at your own strengths and weaknesses and outward at the opportunities and threats out there. Market analysis is like your wide-angle lens. It shows you the size of the entire playing field. And then you've got competitive analysis. That's your zoom lens, letting you get up close and personal to see exactly what your rivals are up to.
Okay, let's bring all this home. It's time to reinforce maybe the most important message about planning. The plan itself, it's not the end of the journey. It's not even close. It's just the very beginning.
This quote is it's huge for entrepreneurs. You have to know your destination. What's the ultimate win for your venture? What does massive success actually look like in 3 or even 5 years? Because if you can't picture that finish line, you're just going to end up running in circles.
And honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. A GPS tells you the one exact route to take, right? Turn by turn. But what happens if there's a roadblock or a street is closed? You're stuck. A compass, on the other hand, just points you north. It just gives you the direction. It's up to you to figure out how to get around the mountains, the rivers, and all the roadblocks you're going to find along the way. Your plan sets the direction. Your skill as an entrepreneur is navigating the journey.
So this is where I'll leave it with you. You've got the idea. You've got that spark. Based on everything we've just talked about, what is the very first real, concrete step you can take today to start building your plan? Figure that out, because your entire journey starts with that one simple step.